Time for your wrap-up of day 2 of the National Bank of Arizona Newsmakers Week. I'm Doug from Doug & Wolf. We started off day 2 talking about the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We had the tournament chairman on the show. That's Tom King. We asked him, is it actually getting too big after they set another round of attendance records? Click on the podcast to hear his interesting answer to that question. We also then had Tim Esmay on the show. He's the Arizona State baseball coach. But we didn't talk to him about hardcore ASU baseball, though. We talked about your kids, the chances for scholarships, and how your kids are able to earn those scholarships and being able to become the best baseball players they can be. And then we talked to Dave Tippett. He's the Phoenix Coyotes head coach. Goalie Mike Smith, a little bit inconsistent this year, but we've got the Olympic break coming up. Here's what Coach Tipp had to say about Mike Smith and him rebounding in the second half of the season.
And I think he'll be excited to get back. And I know when I talked to him just before he left, he felt like his game was coming around and looking forward to the stretch drive. So hopefully we get the best of Schmitty there.
After Coach Tippett, it was time for Lon Babby. He's the president of basketball operations for the Phoenix Suns. And boy, you talk about a wild ride. Back-to-back 500 seasons and no playoffs, then a crash and burn last year. And now look, highly successful so far in the rebuilding effort. But we talked to him specifically about Eric Bledsoe and his future because he's been injured, but he's been successful when he's been on the court. So will the Phoenix Suns actually match just about any offer they receive for Eric Bledsoe when he hits his restricted free agency, which comes up at the end of the season?
You know, I think he will be a Phoenix Sun for a long time. That would be my expectation and my hope.
But part 2 of Wolf's question was, will you match any offer?
Yes, if you ask me today, I'm going to say absolutely I'm going to match any offer. But I would hope it doesn't come to that.
Our last guest was David Rousseau. He's the chairman of the Arizona Superbowl host committee. We talked about the situations in New York City and the good and the bad and what he plans to bring to the Arizona Super Bowl, which comes up in February of 2015. But the big deal was trying to bridge the gap between Glendale and Phoenix and Scottsdale, as Glendale has some vastly different opinions on their role in hosting the Super Bowl. Now, if you want to see any of the videos from today, you can at arizonasports.com. Thereof, David Tippett and Lon Babby. All the audio from all of our guests are available on the podcast right here on arizonasports.com.